The mailbox was a rusted eyesore, or so Karen proclaimed to anyone who'd listen. By noon, it was a pile of twisted metal, and she was screaming about justice while neighbors filmed her meltdown. In the quiet cul-de-sac of Willow Creek, where picket fences gleamed and lawns were manicured to perfection, Karen Miller's war on neighborhood hazards had just begun. She was 48, perpetually armed with a coffee mug and a superiority complex, and she'd decided the old mailbox at 23, Maple Drive was a public menace. It leaned slightly, its red flag stuck at half-mast, but to Karen, it was a ticking time bomb threatening the pristine order of her suburban kingdom. It started 3 weeks ago when Karen, self-appointed guardian of Willow Creek's aesthetic, posted a scathing rant on the neighborhood app. "That mailbox is a lawsuit waiting to happen," she typed, her fingers flying with the fervor of a zealot. "Someone's kid could trip, or a dog could get caught on it. We deserve better." The app lit up with replies. Most ignored her, but a few, like Tom Grayson, a 70-year-old widower who owned the mailbox, tried reasoning. "It's been there 20 years, Karen," he commented. "Never hurt anyone." Karen didn't reply. She didn't need to. Her mind was made up, and in her world, dissent was just noise. Tom was the kind of man who waved at every car and left cookies for the mail carrier. His mailbox, though weathered, held memories, letters from his late wife, notes from grandkids, even a dent from when his dog, Rusty, chased a squirrel into it. To him, it was more than metal, it was a relic of a life well lived. But Karen saw only flaws. She'd march past it daily, her lips pursed, muttering about standards. By week 2, she'd escalated, leaving passive-aggressive notes taped to Tom's door: "Fix your mailbox or I'll report it." Tom, ever patient, ignored them, thinking she'd tire out. He underestimated her. Sarah Nguyen, a 32-year-old single mom who lived across the street, watched the saga unfold with growing unease. She'd moved to Willow Creek for peace, not drama, but Karen was a one-woman storm. Sarah tried staying neutral. She had a toddler to raise and a job that barely paid the bills, but Karen's obsession was impossible to ignore. One evening, Sarah overheard Karen at a neighborhood watch meeting, declaring the mailbox a safety violation and demanding the HOA fine Tom. The room groaned. Even the HOA president, a stickler for rules, told Karen to drop it. "It's not a hazard," he said. "It's just old." Karen's face reddened, and Sarah saw something flicker in her eyes: rage, yes, but also a strange, desperate need to be right. The breaking point came on a humid Tuesday evening. Karen, fueled by a third latte and a fresh wave of indignation, stood before Tom's mailbox, baseball bat in hand. She'd spent the morning emailing the city, the HOA, even the post office, demanding the mailbox's removal. No one responded. "If they won't fix it, I will," she muttered, her voice trembling with conviction. Sarah, watering her garden, noticed Karen's car parked crookedly across the street. Then she saw the bat. "Karen, what are you doing?" Sarah called, her heart racing. Karen didn't answer. She swung. The first hit sent a metallic clang echoing through the cul-de-sac. Neighbors poked heads out of windows. Tom, who'd been napping on his porch, stumbled outside, his face a mix of confusion and horror. "Karen, stop," he shouted, his voice cracking. She swung again, harder, and the mailbox crumpled, letters spilling onto the grass like confetti from a ruined party. Sarah fumbled for her phone, hitting record as Karen ranted, "This is for the neighborhood. For safety." A crowd gathered: kids on bikes, dog walkers, even the HOA president, all frozen in a mix of shock and morbid fascination. Tom reached for the bat, his hands shaking. That's mine, Karen. You've got no right. Karen spun on him, eyes blazing. No right? I'm saving us from your negligence. Sarah stepped closer, still filming, her voice steady but firm. Karen, put the bat down. You're scaring everyone. For a moment, Karen hesitated, her chest heaving. Then she dropped the bat, not out of remorse but exhaustion, and stormed to her car, yelling, "You'll thank me when someone gets hurt." The crowd murmured, some whispering, "Crazy," others, "She's lost it." Tom knelt by the wreckage, picking up a faded letter from his wife, his fingers tracing the ink. The fallout was swift. Sarah's video went viral on the neighborhood app, then X, racking up thousands of views by morning. Comments poured in, Karen's unhinged, poor Tom, who smashes a mailbox. The police arrived the next day, citing Karen for property destruction. She was fined $500 and ordered to replace the mailbox. At the hearing, she doubled down, claiming she'd acted for the greater good. The judge wasn't impressed. "You don't get to play vigilante," he said, his tone icy. Karen paid the fine, but her reputation was shattered. Neighbors avoided her, and her posts on the app went unanswered. Tom, meanwhile, struggled. The mailbox was replaceable, but the violation wasn't. He'd trusted Willow Creek to be a haven, a place where people looked out for each other. Now, every time he walked past his new, shiny mailbox, he felt a pang not for the metal, but for the community he thought he knew. Sarah tried to help, organizing a small fundraiser to cover the replacement cost, but Tom waved it off. "It's not about the money," he told her, his voice soft. "It's about what we've lost." Karen didn't apologize. She retreated, her curtains drawn, her car rarely leaving the driveway. Rumors swirled she was moving, she was suing the HOA, she was writing a manifesto. Sarah, checking on Tom one evening, found him planting flowers around the new mailbox. "Makes it feel like mine again," he said, managing a smile. But Sarah saw the sadness in his eyes, the kind that lingers when trust is broken. The story of Willow Creek's mailbox war spread beyond the cul-de-sac, a cautionary tale of obsession and overreach. Karen's crusade, born of a need to control, had cost her more than a finite cost her neighbors respect and her own peace. Tom's quiet resilience, though, left a deeper mark. He didn't rage or retaliate, he rebuilt, one flower at a time. Sarah, reflecting on it all, wondered where the line was between standing up and tearing down. In the end, the smashed mailbox wasn't just a casualty of Karen's wrath, it was a mirror, reflecting the fragility of community when ego overrides empathy. It was a bitter lesson, etched in twisted metal and unpaid fines, that sometimes the real hazard isn't what's broken, but who's breaking it. What do you think, was Karen's rage justified, or did she cross a line that can't be uncrossed? Share your thoughts on where justice lies in this clash of neighbors.